Well, the temperatures over the past week have been very up and down. We've gone from the 70s to the 80s, back down to the 70s, up to a high of 85 on Monday, and then we dropped to the 70s yesterday again, which is where we stay for today. And these ups and downs are pretty typical of fall, although a lot of these temperatures are still at or above normal, and that's going to continue here over the next week. Here's what's happening. Low pressure in the upper levels, that's over the Great Lakes. We still have this little trough, we'll say, of low pressure overhead. That's what's helped to give us some cloud cover for today. That's all moving out. High pressure and this big ridge is going to start to work its way in, and that is just going to be really dominant across the western and middle portions of the country for the foreseeable future. So here's kind of the temperatures mixed in with the upper level pattern, and so there goes the low and the relatively cooler air. Temperatures will moderate and get warmer as we go through Friday, and then the thing is, I'm just going to let this run all the way through the end of next week. Nothing really changes as we go along. It's still warm across Iowa and really the middle of the country. We don't get any cold shots of air. Any of that blue, that stays off in the Arctic where it, I guess, belongs, if you will, but we don't really see any of it moving into the United States. So things look to stay warm is the bottom line through the rest of September and probably to kick off October, looking to be unseasonably warm. Mid 70s for today and tomorrow, so we're a little bit closer to normal, but then starting on Friday, those highs jump up to about 83. There you can see that normal high of 74, which of course is dropping as we go along. But we're going to be about 10 plus degrees above normal through the weekend and into early next week with those highs in the low to mid 80s. And then you look at the 8 to 14 day outlook, which is October 1st through the 7th. We just continue to roll on with that warm air. So I'm probably going to start to see some color changes, but won't really feel a whole lot like fall with the warmth. And of course, along the path, really no chance for rain either. So we're going to be warm and we're going to be dry as that high pressure works its way in. 8 to 14 day outlook as far as the precipitation goes, maybe getting closer to normal with that, but we're going to have to wait at least a week to see any of that rain into the area. Looking closer at today, temperatures in the 70s, mix of sun and clouds with a light north wind. It is actually going to be a little bit cool tonight and tomorrow morning as we drop to about 50. Watch for some patchy fog. We'll stay in the 70s tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, and then basically sunshine on Fridays. We're back to the 80s, almost area-wide, and that will continue through the weekend. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 50s, and dry through at least early next week.